run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat, ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Brooklyn Beats and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Here we go. 120!
I know he ain't got it. Deuce.
Least by two.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Here, 5-7. Here. Hey, Haywood!
In the face. 5-2's the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
To throw, it's Wentz. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check.
Hey, empty.
Kill. Jam.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Check. Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! Hey, bunch.
Switch. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, Lou.
Now a give, right side. McFarland looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Here we go.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I'm coming. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52.
Hey, 57. Hey, we're good.
From midfield, here's Wentz. He'll get this one to Galladay. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in this paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone?
Wide. Get wide. Kill. Turn up.
Great.
Kill. Turn up. He's coming. We got time.
No.
Check 37.
On first down, McFarland. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Of course, remember last week, week number 1, quite the opener for him, NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he does not want to be a flash in the pan. He wants to have that type of a game each and every week. Let's see if he can get a second award in week 2 of the season.
Go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ram. Switch on travel. Hey, Buck.
No. Watch the twist.
And to give this time to the tailback. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
It's now 3rd and 4.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down.
Solid.
Hey, check.
Kill.
Check. Crunch. Under 10.
To throw is Wentz. Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Play fake. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Check on. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Going to go down again. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. McFarland. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Set. 180. Please.
Check tight. Check 50. Check 50. Check 9. Check 9. Shift. Watch the shift.
Sunday.
Bang, bang. Bang, bang.
Check 74.
Fresno. 52's the mic, boys.
Hey. Wahoo.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
The timing is everything on a route like that. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Safety creep. Switch. Two, fellas, let's go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They will run with Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Yes! Check 52. He's walking. Slam.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guys have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Sunday.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Lefty, switch on.
Now a give, right side. McFarland, and he'll get this up only to about the 33. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, high 7.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz going for Hurd on the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurd His first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are back within a single score. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Double time. Five down.
Here's Wentz to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're starting to put some space here. The first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here.
Switch. Ready, set, go.
On second down, it's Cohen. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Let's go.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Shift. Slap. Let her.
Here's Grant. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
64, weak. Exit.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. They run. This is Cohen. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Ready. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Lock it. Hayward. I'm coming after you. Watch twist. And go.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
At the 48-yard line.
On the double. 53. Charlie. Hard. Yeah.
25. Check 25. Check nickel. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
On second down now, it's Cohen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
53. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. John, go on. Check 43. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
First down beats.
Let's go now. 60 out block. Back. Check 24. You're out. Check 13.
Back to throw now on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there, but it's going to be second down.
At the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's second and 10.
Here we go. Kill.
Second and 10. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Incomplete. Intended for DJ Moore. It's third down. And 10 yards to go.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points. No. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down. And they'll send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Double up, double up.
On first down, McFarland. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10.
Let's get it.
Sunday. Let's find 7. Hey, Zoo.
Looking to throw on second down. Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Throwing now is Wentz. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On second down, McFarland. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Wentz on third down. Open man is Galladay, complete. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10.
Rush in. Rush in.
Let's find 7.
Check 99. Check 99.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
We got double up, double up. Check 37, check.
Sunday.
No. Off. Check.
Ram.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Sponge.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
Here we go. 180.
Check the out. Check. Crunch. Under 10. 10.
57. Go.
SOS. Check 4.
Rip.
Alert 3.
And that'll set him back 5. after the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Pick your game up.
Wentz going to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here.
Lion.
Check it backer.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. His pass caught at the 4. And he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds his target, Beckham. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing. He is to not play too much zone.
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 39-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. High throw, but the catch is made.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They're going to look to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
At the 45-yard line.
Mike 51.
2nd and 3. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Fletcher Cox picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. He'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
At their own 20-yard line.
Go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Quick dance.
Shorty.
Check 3. Out. Hey, alert 3.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. McFarland trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They'll keep it on the ground. McFarland, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Here we go for the 70 in Alpha. Go!
Hey, switch gears.
Kill.
On first down, Grant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A nice pickup of 17 yards. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Tariq Cohen, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Get ready.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
You must be Sunday.
Tight dog.
They'll run on first down. McFarland, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
Double dog. That's the kill. Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic.
Wentz now to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the defense. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Shift. Slam.
2nd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Check. Watch out.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Got some real estate inside the 30. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is good. And that will give them a 12-point lead. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. 58, boy. 58. 58. Mike. I'm coming for you.
Let's find two.
Joker. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception into this one.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either.
Check 26.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll buy some time right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back. Check 24.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Kill. 2, fellas, let's go. 51, let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Let him know. Set high. He's checking. Crash. See him. Set, go.
Now back to throw. fighting through. Forced out to his left. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
2nd and 6. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
51's the mic. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our hey, go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
58, right over there, right over there.
5-9, 5-9.
Right there.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Tyson.
Check, check.
Flag. Come on now. Oh, come on now. Wait, good.
On 1st down, McFarland. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Great 15. Great 15.
Here I come.
On 2nd and a couple. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Kill. Jim. Switch.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way to the opposite 48. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
58 for Mike.
82.
I'm coming after you.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Blue Dan. Hey, 58 is the Mike. Go, 58 is the Mike.
Let's go, D.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Good job.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch the shift.
They'll run it now out of the gun.
Run to the ball.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Brooklyn, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.